Hello, what's up and welcome back to another episode. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the PlayStation 5 Pro pre-order situation, but this time in Japan. I wanted to talk about what Japan were trying to do with the restrictions that they put in place to PlayStation Network accounts. So basically you had to meet certain requirements before you were even considered eligible to pre-order a PlayStation 5 Pro 30th anniversary bundle. It's just exclusive to the bundle. This is probably going to be the last PlayStation 5 Pro video that I make because I'm basically done with the news because it's all done. The Scalpers won, but I'm going to do an unboxing when I get mine on November the 7th. Very excited to still get my hands on one and try it out and see what it's like. But this is the last PlayStation 5 Pro video I think I'm going to make until it actually launches. But before we look at the news with the article, I wanted to come on and see if you can actually still pre-order a PlayStation 5 Pro in the UK. As you can see, it's still there. It's still available. £699.99, 700 quid. You can still add it to cart. You can only add one to your cart. Realistically, that would be the second one that I was able to pre-order. So I don't know how Scalpers did it. I think they must have some sort of scalping software available where they just automatically log in and make the purchases on multiple devices and multiple accounts. That's the only way I could probably, see them doing it. And it sucks. It sucks. The 30th anniversary edition has gone. That's never coming back. The Fortnite controller looks like dog shit, by the way. It was a shame that some people were coming into the last video and using the fact that you can still pre-order one as some weird victory and being like, yes, it didn't sell out. That means that nobody wants it. That sort of thing. I cannot be done with that sort of mindset. I'd rather there was too many in stock than not enough. This is for people that do want to get one eventually. Maybe they wait until after Christmas. We'll have to wait and see what Christmas brings, if this is going to be a hot item. We are getting up to the Christmas season. And if it doesn't sell out, what difference does it make to your life? It makes no difference to mine whether it sells out or not. I wouldn't really be doing a lap of victory going, yeah, it didn't sell out. Therefore, it's definitely a win. But the internet's the internet. So here's the news. The PlayStation 5 Pro 30th Anniversary Edition pre-orders restricted to PlayStation Network accounts with at least 30 hours of runtime in Japan. Now, that's not game time. Notice the wordage. Runtime. I don't know what runtime means. Have they just got to have the PlayStation running for 30 hours? Have they got to have gameplay for 30 hours? But runtime is a very strange word to use there. The Japanese PlayStation homepage confirms that anyone who wants to pre-order the PlayStation 5 Pro 30th Anniversary Edition in Japan has to meet the following conditions. Have a PlayStation Network account registered in Japan and have at least 30 hours of PlayStation or PlayStation 5 runtime on the account between February 2014 and September 19th, 2024. Now, that's 10 years. That's 10 years. 30 hours runtime. And it's just very interesting that they've said runtime and not game time. Like, runtime to me just means that you can have the PlayStation 5 running for 30 hours. So basically just leave it on for 30 hours. Does it mean that you've got to be using it for 30 hours? So you've got to be watching YouTube, 30 hours worth of YouTube videos, Or is it game time? 30 hours of game time. I think over a 10-year gap, 30 hours is absolutely nothing. Personally, I think it should have been higher. I think 30 hours is ridiculous. I think anyone could just rack up 30 hours, game time, run time, whatever. If you're watching videos on there, Amazon, Sky, whatever, that is ridiculous. It's such a low number to have. I think it should have been harder. Now, the first thing that PlayStation need to address is, who is the 30th anniversary bundle for? Who's it for? In my opinion, it's for people that like to collect things. It's people that like to have the nicest things. It's not for somebody who likes to play a Call of Duty every year and a FIFA. It's not for your casual person. It's not even for me. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather just have the regular PlayStation 5 Pro or whatever the regular. I don't need the bundle. It's nice to look at. I think once you open it and use it, it becomes less valuable. I would probably keep it myself, but that's just a personal preference. But you've got to look for who it's for. It's for the enthusiast. It's for the people who like to have the best of the best. It's people that like to have the newest things. People that like to have to show off and have, look, I've got the 30th anniversary bundle. It's all grey, OCD, brilliant, love it, great, fantastic. It's unfortunately, it's for anyone who can afford it. That's the bottom line. For anyone who can afford it. And everyone's in a different financial situation. There's no shame in people not being able to afford something like that. I can't afford that. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of the big things I had a problem with, was seeing people shaming people for not being able to afford something, or shaming people for being able to afford something. It has zero effect on your life whatsoever. What somebody does with their money or what they don't do with their money, it's got no point to your existence whatsoever. Just let people be happy. Now, to stop scalpers, personally, I think they should have gone a bit more in depth and had a look at people's purchase history. How many games are they buying digitally off the PlayStation Store? How many games are they buying physically off websites, Amazon, PlayStation, Direct or whatever? How much tech have they bought? Have they bought the PlayStation VR? Have they bought the DualSense Edge? Have they got the PlayStation 5 earbuds? Have they got the PlayStation VR 2? Are they gaming across all these? Did they buy the PlayStation 4 Pro? How much game time have they got? How many games are they playing off PlayStation Plus? Are they subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium? How long have they been subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium? Do they stream their video games on PlayStation Plus Premium? Are they playing demos? How ingratiated are they in this ecosystem? I feel like would have been a bit of a better solution to stop scalpers, but then again, you're also at the risk of marginalising and discriminating against somebody who wants one, who isn't a big gamer, who just wants one because it looks nice, who can afford it. So it's a double-edged sword, and I don't think you're ever going to fix it. Personally, I think PlayStation doesn't give a fuck about scalpers. I think that this is just them looking like they're being seen to do something because the rest of us hate scalpers and hate scalping, and the media hates scalping, and it's not fair. But PlayStation, they're just still getting the sale, still getting the money, still counting the money, going, yeah, just do something that, Just make it look like we give a shit and make it look like we do something. Yeah, 30 hours of runtime over 10 years. Yeah, that's fine. Now count that money. It's a business. It's a business. They're running a business. They've made the money. They're laughing to the bank. They've still got Christmas around the corner. PlayStation 5 Pro is still available on the shelf on the pre-orders. I think they're also going live in major retailers. People might be waiting for that as well. I don't know. It is what it is. I would love to see how they're going to implement scalping for the PlayStation 6. I know that's years and years and years away, but when the PlayStation 5 dropped, you couldn't get that for at least a year. When I went to pre-order my PlayStation 5 Pro, pre-ordered it the day it was announced, the day after it was announced. I went to my local game shop, pre-ordered it, got an email which was specific to me, my number. It was one per person. You were told that when you pre-ordered it, it was one per person. When we came to pick it up, a person sat at the desk outside the shop. There was a queue up the shop. It was like a midnight launch. It was fucking great. Queue there. I was like third in line. You showed your number, ticked your name off, and you had to queue to get it. You got your PlayStation and you were out. There was a guy who was ahead of me. I think I was like fourth or fifth in line. There was a guy ahead of me. Wanted one for him and wanted one for his kid, but his kid wasn't with him, and he was going apeshit. And the guy was like, "It's one per person." I don't know what to tell you. It's one per person. That's it. I don't know if he had a second code or what, but everyone in the queue in the back was going, "Boo! Get out the shop, you greedy bastard!" And then he sort of stormed off, but he got his PlayStation, stormed off, then he was outside, he was kicking off on the phone with somebody. But I just think, just get one. At least you've got one. You've got your entry into it. Share the fucking PlayStation. You can create multiple accounts, But it must be frustrating if you're a gaming family, I suppose. But let me know in the comments what you think. What do you think that they could do to stop scalpers in the future? What do you think they could have done better to stop scalpers this time round? Do you even care? Do you give a shit? So let me know in the comments what you think. What would you do differently? Is there things that I've mentioned or haven't mentioned that you agree with or disagree with? I love reading the comments. I love the positivity. I love the interactions. And I read every single comment, believe me. It pops up on my phone. Get a notification. I always interact with it as fast as I can if I'm not at work. And that's it for the video. So leave a like if you would so wish. It really helps out the video. It gets a lot more eyes on the video. It helps out the channel. Really spurs me on as well. If you'd also like to leave a subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. That's like, I'm trying to hit these little milestones and stuff, and it really spurs me on to make more videos because it's such a small channel. But we are climbing the ladder slowly with your help, so I really appreciate all the new subscribers and all the existing subscribers and all the support that I've had over the last few videos. It's been really nice to see. Hope everybody has a lovely week playing whatever they're playing and enjoying whatever they're enjoying, and we'll see you again on the next video, so take care of yourselves.